Hey, Tara Cherie here. It's really good to be here with you. If you're joining us for the first time, I just want to say welcome. I'm so thankful to have you here. And if you're returning and joining us again, great to have you. We do Facebook Lives every Tuesday and every Thursday, usually between 12:50 and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because that's when I can do it. And I'm coming to you live from my home office here inside of my home, and I'm shedding pounds. And if you look at my wall, you'll see a picture of me since February 16th. Now, I have to share this with you first and kind of preface it here. This is the work of over a year, okay? Here's why I really actually started. It goes back to wanting a healthier lifestyle. First of all, I'm a mom of three. I wanted to increase my milk supply. My youngest is now, I have a 7-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and an 11-week-old. And originally, I did not know over a year ago that I was going to get pregnant, but you get healthy, you start flooding your body because a lot of people are just like, yeah, I want to lose weight. So they start something. But what they don't realize is that it's so much more than that. Okay. Because if you don't rid your body of the toxins, it's really hard to lose the weight. Okay. And that's why people fluctuate and they go onto one program, off of it, onto another. They don't stick with it long enough to really see the long-term results, or they get great results initially and then they gain it back. This is not my first run through with weight loss. To give you kind of a brief background, I had some trauma hit in my younger years, and I posted about this the other day, but it caused me to be a bulimic. Instead of just throwing up, though, I was excessively exercising. That was my form of purge, but I was also a binge and closet eater, okay? And so there were times that I lost a lot of weight, and then there were times that I gained it. Well, what made this experience different is that I started to deal over 7 years ago with the issues that were going on in my own personal life. Because usually when people have issues with binge eating, it's because of a deeper related issue that hasn't yet been discovered or hasn't been uncovered yet. People haven't worked through all of their healing process, okay? It's good to want to lose weight. It's good to get healthier. It's good to make healthier eating choices. However, if you don't back that with dealing with some of the issues of the heart, it becomes really rather difficult to really go all the way and keep and maintain that weight off. Okay. So first of all, I encourage you, anybody that's looking at getting healthier overall, going through and looking at your heart first to see what your heart's intent is and the reason why you're wanting to drop that weight, to lose that weight, to take things to a whole nother level. And you want to make sure that it's a healthy choice, not that you're doing something crazy like just drinking a juice or something and doing that for a number of days, okay? The changes that I'm going to share with you today are healthy, actual lifestyle changes. They are not quick fixes. These are over a period of time, okay? So when I started actually flooding my body, yes, I belong to a company first and foremost, but it's so much deeper than that, okay? I wanted to get my life back. I wanted to be on track. I wanted to be a healthier version of me, okay? I knew that I had weight to lose, but I also knew that I wanted to be healthier overall, okay? There are a history of health problems on both sides of my parents' family, both my mom's and my dad's side. Issues with diabetes and heart issues and cancer running both sides of my family. I wanted to be proactive and work towards preventing that. And I always had a fascination with learning about the body inside out because I believe that there are a lot of great products. There's more than one way to lose weight and do it in a healthy way. And also deal with mental health, emotional health. Because when you get your physical health in order, you'll start to see that your emotional health, your spiritual health, your mental health, it all comes together, or it starts coming together more or less, right? And so I started making those changes slowly but surely. It was a progression for me, okay? It wasn't a quick fix at all. But over a year ago, I'm like, gosh, I want to see my kids have children, I want to see myself living in freedom. I don't want to be in bondage to sugar and cravings. How many of you are in bondage to sugar cravings? How many of you want to break that cycle of sugar? How many of you want to learn healthier ways to eat? Sometimes we don't know how to make those changes, or we think we're making healthy ones, but we don't realize that we're not, so there's a big difference between dieting and trying out a program versus actually making a lifestyle change. There's a really big difference there. So I want to make that clear before I go into this, right? And I'm not going to make this video really long, but I just want to share just a few different things with you. So anyway, I went on this journey, first of all, to get rid of the toxicity in my body. I wanted to get rid of the toxins, because toxins alone, because sometimes people think weight loss is, oh, we actually lost fat, we actually lost weight, but sometimes it's just the release of toxins, because when you release toxins out of your body, it's the toxins sometimes that cause that inflammation that make you look bloated and have that bloating sensation, but it's not really because, you know, you have excessive fat, or, you know, you'd be amazed at what just doing a small cleanse for a couple of days can even do for your body. You know, you could really lose the toxins that way as well, okay? And in our company, I mean, we do have people that are going through a full detox program, and I also want to preface that. I cannot do that quite yet because I'm a breastfeeding mom, okay? Calories actually matter for me. The difference is, rather than having calories that are empty calories, I'm actually having calories that are nourishing to my body. In other words, I'm choosing healthy fat options, okay? I'm choosing to still eat meat and still get lots of protein, okay? But I'm doing a few different things in order to create those results while still being nourishing to my body, breastfeeding my baby. Yes, my family even eats a lot of what I do. Sometimes I do give them even additional calories yet, okay? That might be a little bit more helpful along their taste palette, right? Because we all know kids don't have the same palate as us adults always. Even though my kids are watching what I'm bottling and they're making healthier eating options, instead of the chips, they go for the apples and some of the vegetables, and sometimes they'll request strawberries or even blueberries for a snack at night, which is wonderful. And I'm so glad that they choose those options as opposed to, you know, going for the chips or the ice cream. We still have those occasionally, but it's a special treat, and I'm going to get into that as well. So we're also going to cover that. But I started making those changes, first of all, getting the toxins out by flooding my body with some supplements and vitamins. We all know that we're not getting these the same nutritional value that we once were, okay? Even out of the foods that we eat. We would have to eat a ton of food, a ton of vegetables. I mean, it's unreal what we would have to actually eat in order to sustain losing weight, okay? And to really truly be nourishing our body. Just to nourish our body alone, it would take a ton, okay? Our nutrients are so depleted. That's why it's really important to supplement with some sort of vitamin or some sort of supplement to start flooding our bodies with that nutrition, okay? So I did that first and foremost, just to get healthier and to release the toxins, okay? And that was a little over a year ago. I'm coming on my 1-year anniversary with our company, okay? But what I also did in addition to that is I got healthier, for those of you that are wanting babies, okay? Getting rid of the toxins can actually help with fertility. I'm not a medical expert, and I'm not making medical claims whatsoever because I don't want to get in trouble here, okay? But it is true to a degree that, yes, you have the potential to be more fertile and the potential to get more pregnant the healthier that you are. It's true, okay? So I got pregnant, and I went through 9 months of just flooding my body with nutrients and had a healthy baby girl. She's 2 months now, almost 3. We're just coming up on the 3-month mark. Gosh, I can't even believe that. So we had her, and, you know, now I have decided, okay, I'm breastfeeding. So what I did is I said, you know what, I want to take this to a new level because I want to increase my milk supply, but I also want to increase my calories, but I just want to be nourishing to my body. Yes, increasing your calories sometimes can help you decrease your weight and still stay healthy, but you do it in a healthy way. So here's what I did. Here's a couple of tips and strategies. Now, I still have a long way to go. I'm not going to lie. I'm at 186 pounds, okay? Yes, and I'm only 5'3", so I carry a lot of muscle. I'm more compact in my build. I would make the ideal ectomorph, okay, if I just chose to exercise and eat healthy. I can't get back to that exercise routine just yet because I haven't been released by my doctor. So all the changes that I'm mentioning are healthy lifestyle eating changes, but I'm still active. I'm still walking. I'm all over the place because I have 3 children, 2 that are 2 and under, okay? So I am a very active mom, always on the go and always on my feet, okay? So that alone, I do lots of lifting between two small children. So I am getting a lot of exercise in that way and playing with them and doing different activities with them. Okay. But in terms of my eating, what I did, first of all, tip number one that I'm sharing is that I decreased my meat intake. I know a lot of people are against that. Why would you decrease your amount of meat? Well, because our bodies are not meant to actually digest that meat. It actually takes almost double the time to actually have that meat processed by your body in its digestive tract than it is to eat more, I would say, like plant-based proteins. And so your body actually needs a lot of protein, but a lot of people neglect to understand that from dark leafy green vegetables, you can get a lot of protein that way. And avocados are a really great source. Chickpeas are a really great source. Even eating eggs, even if you put like 2 eggs on your salad, that counts for a protein. Or you can, boil them. You could do sunny side up. There's so many different ways that you could eat eggs on your salad, right? So, and you don't even have to just eat it that way. Sometimes I like to eat my eggs with, some sort of vegetable for breakfast. You can do it that way too. So you don't just have to do salads, okay? But that's one way that I did it, okay? So I went from more protein in terms of meat all 3 meals down to meat once a night, okay? Now, they do encourage to eat meat more like at lunch or at breakfast time, so I do encourage that, okay? What I also encourage is if you are going to eat it at dinner, keeping it to that 1 meal and not eating more than a fist size of a meat. You don't want to eat more than that, okay? You want to keep your meat lean. We still eat red meat, but we eat it in small amounts. I take iron supplements actually to help. But you can do iron from dark leafies too. So dark leafy vegetables. But that's another something that I did. So I just decreased the amount of meat that I ate and did more lean meats like chicken and fish. And then the other meals I did like eggs, avocados, things of that nature. Instead of using like a vegetable oil or, some other type of really high dense fat, I kept it to more things like sesame oil, especially if I was cooking Oriental, or instead of soy sauce, doing Bragg's liquid amino acids, which you can find in the grocery store, using coconut oil, even in like snacks that I make, going from sweetened to unsweetened, cutting out the extra snacks. If I wanted a healthy snack, I would choose a berry as opposed to nuts, things like that. Okay, if you need some quick protein, doing it, alongside of a lean carb at the same time, so you're not tandem fueling. So just making some changes that way. You want to make sure you're fueling your body correctly. The other thing that I did was not eating past 5:30 at night. You will never catch me doing that. When we come home, the kids are hungry for dinner anyway. So rather than having a snack than having dinner, we just straight up have dinner. And then if we want a dessert, we have a dessert right away. Well, Tara, what do you eat for a dessert? Well, I really don't eat a whole lot in terms of dessert, but I do pick once a week. I'll do like a cheat item. And one of the cheat items that I like to do, if I want ice cream, then I'm more bound to do like a Halo Top ice cream. Or you could do, there's like a few different options out there if you want that organic, higher protein, low carb, low sugar type dessert. But we choose Halo Top, so I'll do that. And rather than having like a whole bowl full, the other tip that I have for you is that I cut that more than half. So I don't even have the full bowl of ice cream. I can't even say that I have half a bowl. It's just more of a few bites to get that sensation so that I'm not sabotaging my success. The other key to that is because sometimes we like to eat when we're stressed out or we're anxious about something. I went through a situation last night where I literally had to like pray it through and say, hey, I don't want to sabotage my progress that I've made. Lord, please help me to not sabotage any of my results because I have come so far and I have so many lives to help. Please help me to stay the course because I cannot do this without you. And so, if I do cheat more than once a week, because it has happened, over the weekend, I had a family member in town, and we, there were a couple meals that I just couldn't prevent from it, right? Completely. I couldn't stick 100%. But what I could do is make healthier choices. So I just allowed myself a little bit of grace. And if I got stressed out or I had a little bit of anxiety about it, I just really prayed my way through it, or I did something that I really enjoyed. I made room for me time. I took the time out to take a brisk walk. I took the time out to, kind of rechannel. If I needed to reach out to somebody and talk, I did that, just so I could stay accountable to what my goals were. And it really helped keep me on track. And like I said, I did have that time over the weekend where I did cheat just a little bit, but I just gave myself the grace, and I didn't gain as much weight because I still made some healthier choices when we ordered out. And, instead of choosing something fried, we had Chinese food, I chose steamed. Okay. Still healthier, not quite, in my lifestyle plan, okay? But you're going to have those moments, and you want to enjoy your life. You want to enjoy a treat here and there. And so I would just encourage you, like, you don't want to sabotage completely, so enjoy treats. Just enjoy them in moderation and don't have as big of a portion, lower your portions, and initially you'll be hungrier. But sometimes when we're hungrier, it's because we're dehydrated or we don't have as much water. We need a little bit more water. So that's one thing that I've been challenging myself to do more of as well, is intake more water. And it takes time to slowly increase that without feeling sick all the time, right? So I'm just taking little steps each week to increase my water intake. So instead of going for the tea or the pop or the coffee, I'm going for the water. And we have some product that tastes wonderful. It's called Energy, and it really helps sustain natural energy. It really helps with still having natural energy and getting good sleep at night without that crash feeling or that jittery feeling that you get a lot of times. And so I've also been doing that as well. And even though I'm not able to fully detox just yet and do our detox group, because we have some amazing people inside of our company getting amazing results, losing weight, feeling great, sleeping better. Again, no medical claims here, but they're having magnificent results. And I'd like to interview a few of them here in the near future. But right at this time, I've just seen so many phenomenal people, some of them that I personally know and I've been working alongside of, just killing it and getting these great results and making healthy lifestyle changes that have given them that freedom, not only in their kitchen and cut down on their cooking time, but also it's been able to help them financially. It's helped us financially. Meat can get really expensive. We've been able to cut down our grocery budget now because we're not buying as much meat, but we're focusing on the parameter of the store with more fruits, more vegetables, complex carbs instead of, refined carbs that you would find in, say, like regular pasta and stuff like that. So we're doing more of a quinoa or brown rice or, steel cut oats, for example, or another example of complex carb. And so it's just been amazing, and it's just been giving me my confidence back. It's funny how it motivates you. At first you think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna increase my milk supply, I'm gonna be healthier, I'm gonna nourish my body. But now I'm just loving how I feel in my clothes. I'm loving how I feel as I lose weight. I see inches going away. When I compare the results of the pictures, I'm like, wow, I couldn't even believe what 8.6 pounds down and almost a 4% decrease in my body mass index look like. That's huge. And that alone is just motivating enough just to keep going and just to stay the course. And, I would just really encourage you, if you're looking at making some lifestyle changes, don't wait. Just start with little things. You don't have to go all the way at first. But I definitely encourage, getting rid of the toxins first, because that's what's going to help you mentally and emotionally and physically. It's going to help with everything in every area of your life. And, it's going to help with the sugar cravings. It's going to help reduce the inflammation. It's going to help with so many things. Again, no medical claims, but it does, getting rid of toxins. Toxins alone can do so many things to the mind. They can trick the mind into thinking that the body needs to produce sugar, and it doesn't necessarily. It does to some degree, but sometimes we crave the wrong sugars rather than getting them from fruits or, vegetables, things of that nature. We tend to want to get them through, junk food items, right? So it is a matter of changing the mind. but it just starts with small, healthy habits. It probably took you years to be in a position where you just ate things that were not good for you, and maybe years to put on some of the weight, and maybe years to make some unhealthy choices. But it's never too late to start making those healthier choices. So if you just do it step by step, little by little, you don't have to go out and replace everything in your pantry right away, but just an item or two at a time when you're at the grocery store. And just taking the time to maybe meal plan even a couple meals a week can really help. We meal plan all of ours, but even if you did one or two at first, and maybe like for us, like a step down for me was to go from eating meat 3 meals a day down to 1, right? My next step would be to, instead of eating meat once a night for, 7 days a week, might be to cut that in half and instead eat it for 4 days. I'm not going to ever eliminate meat out of my diet. I really feel like I need it. My family needs it. But, and I get it, you got to do what's best for you. I'm not saying that vegan or vegetarian is wrong. I'm not even encouraging that. I'm just simply saying, there's more than one way to stay nourished and healthy. And if you're getting the protein sources, then good for you. Not everybody does. Okay. And it's hard when you got to really know what you're doing if you're vegan and vegetarian. Okay. In terms of getting that protein, but I really actually enjoy eating meat. Okay. I just wanted to decrease it a little bit because I was eating too much, and I really wanted to nourish my body with more healthier protein type related sources that I could get in vegetables. I found that I could get that way, or I could get it through eggs and such. So it was just small changes that I made over time. I got rid of the toxins. I started flooding my body, healing it inside out with supplements and vitamins. And then I started making little by little. Let me just, slowly replenish what's in my pantry, what's in my refrigerator with healthier choices that are going to flood my body and continue to heal it. And little by little, that inch came off or that pound came off. It wasn't right away. It's been since February 16th, but I'm now at that 8.6 weight loss. My next goal is to hit that 10-pound mark. Will I hit it this week or next? I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm just taking the time to nourish my body. I'm embracing the journey being a mother of 3 and seeing what's in store for me. I would love to help you out. So if this video helped you in some sort of way to give you kind of a few ideas, I've done some more tweaking, but that's just a few different things that I've done. I would love to connect with you. Like I said, I'm not fully detoxing because of breastfeeding and I need those calories. So, I got to keep that up. However, we have a great detox group. We have great detox products. We have some different things that could really help your body. Even if you just want to look at what a supplement would look like that doesn't have any fillers, that's going to really, really help with that sleep, that's going to help with the energy, that's going to help with the inflammation, that's going to help with the cravings. Definitely have some different things in mind, but it's going to mean meeting with you on a case-by-case basis, because I would really want to help you with what's going to be most beneficial to you, what's going to help you to get the results that you are personally looking for. And really, truly, heart to heart, I want to be able to serve you on a way that's going to really help you to have that freedom and that breakthrough, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever that looks like. I definitely want to help you. My heart is for you. I'm coming at this from a genuine angle. It took a lot to do this video. I really hope that you benefited in some way. If you'd like to personally connect, I'm going to leave my information in the comment section so that you can reach me and contact me. I would love just to share some more information with you or just talk with you and see if it's even going to be a good fit or not. But I definitely want to connect. I'm also opening up to some coaching. So if there's an area that you're struggling with in your weight loss, this is like true, legit, not just weight loss, but it's so much more than that. It's giving me confidence and belief in myself. It's giving me more positive self-image. It's giving me my voice back. There's so many things that shedding just a few pounds has really, truly done. So I'm going to leave my application in the comment section as well. I'd love for you to fill it out so that we can connect and have a 45-minute free consult so I can talk to you a little bit more about what it is that I've done, hear from you about what it is that you're looking for. We can see if it's a match, and if so, I can schedule a time that we can meet and we can work towards that breakthrough together. So I'll leave that there as well. I hope again that this has helped you in some way. I encourage you to make healthier lifestyle changes that are going to benefit you in so many ways. It's been a pleasure and honor connecting with you here today. I look forward to seeing you here Thursday with me between 12:50 p.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your day, and until Thursday, bye for now.